Can you hear me? I think my voice is clear for everyone. Sir, no. So, right, I think you all came for Angular demo. Let us see what is this Angular, what is the scope of learning Angular. Is it clear? So, generally, we already know as a software engineer, mostly the applications that we develop in the industry are web applications. Is it clear? So, let us see what is a web application. First of all, you must know what is a web application means. The application that was deployed on web server. The application that was deployed on web server and can be accessible via browser and internet. That type of applications are called as web applications. The applications that was deployed on web server and can be accessible via browser and internet. That type of applications are called as web applications. Generally, web applications are basically divided into two types. One is static web application and the other one is dynamic web application. Static web application, other one is dynamic web application. Static web application means what? Static web application means the application whose output is common for all the users. The application whose output is common for all the users. That type of applications are called as static web applications. The application whose output is common for all the users. That type of applications are called as static web applications. Means whoever will open the application, the output of the application will be same. That type of applications are called as static web applications. Example, you can tell something like W3 schools, or you can go for some any movie review websites. Is it clear? Similarly, any blogs. This all comes under static web application. The application that was deployed on web server and can be accessible via browser and internet. These web applications are basically divided into two types. One is static web application and dynamic web application. Just give me some time. I'll give you clarity on why we are going for Angular and all the other things. Okay. So whoever will open, once when you develop any application, we have to keep that application on where? Server. So what is a server? Server is the common place where everyone can what? Access. If I keep any photo in my computer, only I can see the photo. Local machine means C drive, D drive, E drive. If I keep any file or photo in my computer, only I can see the photo. But if I keep if I want to make the entire world to access that particular photo, I have to keep that photo in a common place where everyone can access. That is nothing but server. So whenever you develop any web application also, you have to keep that application in the common place where everyone can access. That is nothing but web server. It may be different web servers are there like IIS, Apache, JBoss, etc. Is it clear? So multiple users can access that particular application via browser and internet. If you keep any application means what? Application is nothing but collection of files. And these files are basically divided into two files. One is code related files, other one is data related files. Code related files are what? .html files, .css files. Is it clear? .js files. JS means JavaScript files. .css files. .ts files. TS means TypeScript files. .java files. Is it clear? .c# files. CS. Python files. These all are comes under what? Py, I think. Python means .py extension. .aspx files. .cshtml files. These all are code related files. Data related files are .txt files, .jpg file, .mp3 file, .xls. Is it clear? .jpg, .mp3, .xls. These all are data related files. So if you keep any file on server, the entire world can access this particular files via browser and internet. Not only browser, via mobile or browser or multiple devices. Multiple devices can communicate with server to access these files. Is it clear? And static web application means the application whose output is common for all the users. Any user will open the application, everyone can see the same output. That type of application is static web application. Is it clear, everyone? Let us see what is a dynamic web application. A dynamic web application means the application whose output will change. Is it clear? Dynamic web application means what, all of you? The application whose output will change based on user or location or time or such. The application whose output will change based on user or location or time or such. The type of application is called as dynamic web application. Dynamic web application output will change. From one user to another user, the output will change. For example, if I log into Gmail with my username and password, is it clear? How many users will Gmail is which application? Web application. This is your server. After developing the application, you have to keep that application on where? Server. So server consists of application. So multiple users will connect to Gmail to access that application via browser. So multiple users will communicate with what? Server to access the application. Did you understand? Multiple users will communicate with server to access the application. So all the users will get same output or different output? Different output. From one user to another user, the output will change. From one location to another location. For example, if I log into Gmail with my username and password, I can see my mails. If you also log in with your username and password, you can see your mails. Means from one user to another user, the data will change. The type of application is dynamic web application. Similarly, if you take Facebook, is it clear? Facebook is also dynamic web application. If I log into Facebook with my username and password, I can see my friends list. If you also log in, you can see your friends list. From user to user, the output will change. That is dynamic web application. Similarly, if you take Swiggy, if I log into Swiggy, if I order any food in Swiggy, I can see the restaurants near to my location. 2 kilometers near to my location, I can see the restaurants. And if you order any food in your location, you can see the I and you both ordered the same food, but the food is same, but the restaurants will change. Based on location, the output will change. Location based applications. Data is dynamic. Data is changing from user to user or location to location. That type of applications are dynamic web application. Coming to time based applications, if you take share markets, for every particular time period, the share value will change. Or if you take Google News, after every time, after 10 minutes or just a particular time period, the news will change. That is dynamic web application. Similarly, if you take IRCTC, if you try to search any train details, based on your search, based on your from place and to place, you can see the train details. Your from place to place is different, my from place to place is different. That type of applications are called as dynamic web applications. The type of applications are called as what? Dynamic web applications. Are you following, everyone? So these dynamic web applications can be developed. Actually, static web applications can be developed by using UI technologies. Static web applications can be developed by using UI technologies. UI technologies means what, all of you? HTML, JavaScript and CSS. HTML, JavaScript and CSS. Okay, na? HTML for what purpose? Display the content. Display the content on browser. We will use HTML. HTML is used to display the content in a proper format. For example, I want to display the data in the browser in the form of table. So in HTML, you have table tags are there. I want to display the data in the form of list. In HTML, you have list tags are there. These are the list tags. I want to display the data in the form hyperlinks in the browser. You have link tags are there. Is it clear? HTML main purpose is to display the content on the browser. Or if I want to create any registration form or login form, enter username, enter password, some text boxes, rectangle boxes, if you want to design this type of forms like login forms or registration forms, then HTML is required. HTML main purpose is to display the content on browser in a proper format. If there is no HTML, the content is not displayed in the proper format. For example, here you see, I will show you. Try to open this resume in Google Chrome. Here you can see. Now see, this is your resume. What is the problem you identified here? The resume is not displaying in the proper format. Is it clear? Actually, I want to display the education details in table format. I want to display the skill set in list format. I want to display the photo and everything. But the data is not displaying in a proper format. Data is displaying, but it is not displaying in a proper format. So if you want to display that content in a proper format, we have to take the support of what? HTML. So HTML main purpose is to display the content on the browser. Next, JavaScript. JavaScript main purpose is to perform some validations or logics. JavaScript is used to write some logic. JavaScript code will execute on browser. Logics. Logic means some calculations like validations. What type of logic you can write? Validation logic mostly. Any business logics. Is it clear? This type of logics if you want to write. For example, if I have one requirement, enter username, enter password. Now enter username on text box. Enter password one text box. And here one button called sign in button. Is it clear? So if you want to design this form, yes or no, you have to learn HTML. And if you are not giving username and not giving password and click on this sign in button, it has to display the error message. For that you have to write some logic. Username is must not be empty, password must not be empty. In order to write some validation logics or end logics, take the support of JavaScript. So JavaScript is used to write some logic, and that logic will execute on browser. What is the beautiness of JavaScript means? JavaScript code will execute on browser. Now, if I want to apply some styles, if any error message will come, I want to display the error message in red color. Or if there is no error, I want to display the border colors in blue color. For that, you have to apply some styles, CSS, cascading style sheets. HTML purpose is to display the content. JavaScript purpose is to perform validations. CSS purpose is to apply the styles. Did you understand? So CSS means cascading style sheets. Just for designing purpose, we'll use HTML and CSS. Okay, na? Cascading style sheets. Style means appearance, look and feel. So you can develop the static web application by using UI technologies, HTML, JavaScript and CSS. But JavaScript cannot communicate with database. JavaScript is very powerful. Is it clear? But it cannot communicate with database. Database means a place where the data is saved permanently. If you take any applications like Swiggy or IRCTC or bookmyshow.com, any application you take, every application will have database. It is a place where the data is saved permanently. Did you understand? So, but this JavaScript cannot communicate with the database. So definitely, if you want to develop any dynamic web applications, mostly dynamic web applications can be developed by using server-side technologies. Server-side technologies plus UI technologies also required. UI technologies as well as server-side technologies are also required to develop what? Dynamic web application. Like hospital applications, e-commerce applications, some college websites, education related applications, banking applications, Amazon, Flipkart, Facebook, these all are comes under dynamic web applications. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using what? Server side technologies. Mostly you know Java. You must have the knowledge on programming languages. You must have the knowledge on technologies. You must have the knowledge on frameworks. You must have the knowledge on some database related softwares. Yeah, you must have the these all are required to develop what dynamic web application. If you are developing the application by using Java, you have to learn Java. Generally, we'll call as core Java, and here you will call as advanced Java. Advanced Java means JSP, servlets, okay na, plus JDBC. These all comes under advanced Java. Frameworks means what? You can take Spring. Okay, na? Java people will use Spring as well as Spring Boot. Okay, na? As well as some REST APIs. Is it clear? Similarly, some Hibernate. These all frameworks. Some are to develop the applications. Some are to communicate with the database. Some frameworks. Spring is Spring Boot to develop the applications. REST API to develop the APIs. Hibernate to communicate with the database. Database related softwares are Oracle and MySQL. Mostly Java people will use like this. Coming to .NET developers, they will learn C#.NET and they will learn ASP.NET. They will learn ADO.NET. Is it clear? These things, technologies they will learn. Coming to frameworks, they will learn ASP.NET MVC. How Java students will learn Spring. .NET students will learn ASP.NET MVC. How Java students will learn Spring Boot. .NET students will learn .NET Core. How Java students will learn REST APIs. .NET students will learn Web API. How Java students will learn Hibernate. .NET students will learn Entity Framework or ORM Framework, whatever it may be. And some database is required, that is Microsoft SQL Server. Mostly they will use SQL Server. Similarly, coming to Python, Python students will learn Python and they will no need of any technologies here, and they will learn frameworks like Django, similarly Flask. These all are frameworks actually. Django is like MVC, but Django is like MVT, separate architecture, model view template. Flask is like high-end framework like Spring Boot and .NET Core. And one database is required, it can communicate with MySQL or MongoDB, whatever it may be. Similarly, PHP developers, they will learn PHP. You can call PHP as a technology, and here they will use Cake PHP, and here they will use some MySQL, SRN, etc. So these all are the different languages, technologies, frameworks, database, softwares. But one more important point, if you want to develop web application, what is mandatory means UI technologies is mandatory. UI technologies plus subprogramming languages plus server side frameworks. Okay, na? Server side frameworks plus database softwares. These all are mandatory to develop the perfect successful web application. So in olden days, all big applications like IRCTC, railways, similarly travel agencies, e-commerce, insurance, healthcare, all big applications are developed by using Java, .NET and everything. Now you can ask me, sir, then why we have to go for this Angular? Why we have to learn Angular? Why people are calling Angular, and why there is a demand for frameworks and everything? Give me some more time, I'll give clarity. I already told you, generally, whenever you develop any application, is it clear? You can develop any application means here web application. After developing the web application, you have to keep that application on web server so that multiple users can access the application. Is it clear? And server consists of what? Application. Application consists of what? Files. Means logic. Files consist of some logic or data. Generally, when you develop any application, we'll write different types of logics. One is presentation logic, other one is business logic, another one is database logic, another one is some integration logic. We'll write different types of logics to develop the application. Presentation logic means designing code plus validation code. Presentation logic means user interface code plus validation code. For example, I want to design some screen like this. Enter employee number, employee name, salary. And here I'll try to click on one save button. This is my save. This is my design actually. Enter employee number, one text box. Employee name, one text box. Salary, one text box. So this is my design. So in order to design this screen, I need to write some logic. Presentation logic plus validation logic. Mostly presentation logic we used to write by using HTML. Validation logic we used to write by using JavaScript. This is actually very beautiful HTML JavaScript. But people in to improve their technologies, Java people or .NET people, mostly they used to write presentation logic also by using their technologies. If you go to .NET, you have toolbox is there. You will simply drag and drop the controls. Then automatically server side controls will be generated. Is it clear? Business logic means some calculations. For example, in that, this is my database. In database, I have one table with name employee with columns, something like employee number, employee name, employee number, similarly employee name as well as total salary. So here I am entering the basic salary, but based on basic salary, I want to calculate what? Total salary. I want to store total salary in the database table. For that, I need to do some calculations like DA, HRA, total salary. For that, we need to write some business logic. And when user enter the data in the text boxes like 101, and here enter the employee name Anil, and here the salary is some 20,000. Now when user clicks on save button, I want to store the data in the database. For that also I have to write some logic, that is database logic. Some technologies are there like JDBC, ADO.NET, Hibernate to write the database logic. Now your application want to communicate with any third-party application. If you take bookmyshow.com, bookmyshow.com is a web application. Now customer want to book the ticket. So definitely he must communicate with banking application. So bookmyshow.com will communicate with any other third-party applications. Then some integration logic is required. The third parties, banks, people, they will try to create some APIs. And the application developers must know how to consume that APIs. So what I mean to tell here is, what is the problem with traditional web application development? Is it clear? Traditional web application development. Is it clear? Traditional means what? Developing the applications by using old Java or old .NET or old PHP. If you develop the application, total application code will execute on server. Maximum 100% of code, at least 90% of code will execute on server. Just 10 to some 15% of code only will execute on browser. Is it clear? So every time the communication is more, browser to server communication is more, and server to database communication is more every time, several times. Is it clear? So burden on the server is increased, performance will be decreased. This is one basic point I want to explain you here. Did you understand everyone? So whenever you develop any web application, what is the problem? Normal web application, if you develop the total application by using Java or .NET, okay na, or PHP or Django, total application code will execute on server. So unnecessarily burden on what? Server. Yes or no? Now if you consider one web application, this application you have to deploy on where? Server. So how many users will communicate with this application? Multiple users. One user means one laptop or one mobile. One laptop means one browser. So if I want to open Gmail, I have to open browser, type www.gmail.com. If you also want to open Gmail, you must also type the same, www.gmail.com. So web application is kept on where? Server. How many users can access that application? Multiple users. Is it clear? 100 users means 100 laptops, 100 browsers. 1 million users means 1 million laptops. So multiple users are communicating to the server at a time or one after other. Only one person can open Gmail or multiple users can open Gmail at a time. So multiple users. Multiple users can access the single application at a time. That is the power of web application. If heavy traffic websites are there like Facebook, or you take Swiggy or Amazon or Instagram or IRCTC when the Tatkal was open, heavy traffic websites. So how many users will communicate with the server? Lakhs of millions of users will communicate with the server. So burden on the server will be increased, the performance will be decreased. Did you understand everyone? So point number one is what? Communication. If you develop the complete application in Java or .NET, if you develop any web application in Java or .NET, total application code will execute on server. So burden on the server will be increased. Every time going to server, coming back, going to server, coming back. Click on button, going to server, coming back. Is it clear? So if you consider some 10 years back story, 10 years back what happened? The number of users who are using internet is less. People who are using internet is less, and people who are accessing the applications is also less. Is it clear? Mostly people are using laptops as well as desktops. Is it clear? People, if you want to use internet, they used to go to internet center, give some 10 rupees or 20 rupees. They used to spend some time, open Gmail, send the mail, log out, come outside. Only that usage. 5 years back, the usage is more, but still people are using what? Laptops and desktops only to open Facebook or Orkut or Insta, etc. But nowadays the story is totally changed. Did you understood? 70% of users are accessing the employees are accessing the applications via mobiles. Now mobile will play the major role in the market right now. Is it clear? 70% of users who are accessing the applications are through mobile. If I want to open Facebook, I will open in my mobile. Today's world is the apps world, not application world. Did you understand? So I'm discussing about the problems in normal web application development. What are the problems in normal web application development? Tell me. Point number one. Okay, na? Point number one. Burden on server. This is the main problem. Burden on server. Point number two is what you know. Did you understand? Point number two. Total code execute on server. Maximum code. Maximum code execute. Maximum code execute on server. Less code execute on browser. Less code execute on browser means what? Execute on browser. Less usage of HTML, JavaScript, CSS usage is very less. Is it clear? I will tell you one point, if you write any code in Java, that Java code will execute on where? Server. If you write any code in .NET code will execute on where? Server. Python code will execute on where? Server. Did you understand? This is your server. Server side code. Code always execute on server. If you write any code in HTML or JavaScript or CSS, this code will execute on where? Browser. This code will execute on browser. So 100 users means how many laptops? 100 laptops. How many browsers? 100 browsers. How many application? One application. Where is that application? Server. 100 users means 100 browsers. So 100 users connecting to the same application at a time. So you tell me 100 users code executing on server is better or 100 users code executing on 100 browsers is better? What is your answer? 100 users code executing on server is better or 100 users code executing on 100 browsers is better? Performance wise, which one is good? 100 users code executing on 100 browsers is better. Very good answer. Is it clear? So, if you write the logic, like what type of logic I told you? Presentation logic, business logic, database logic, integration logic by using either Java or .NET or PHP or Python. This total code will execute on server. Is it clear? So that is the reason burden on server is increased and performance is decreased. Nowadays what happened? Mobiles becoming very popular. So all companies are facing lot of problems. Heavy traffic is increased. The customers who are accessing Swiggy is more. The customers who are accessing IRCTC booking the ticket is more. Is it clear? Burden on the server will be increased. Instagram, Facebook, these all heavy traffic applications are facing lot of problems and they are searching for the solution. The solution for all these problems is code must execute maximum code. 70% of code must execute on browser and just 22 to 30% of code must execute on server. So now these all are searching for any logic. What is the possibility of executing the logic on browser? Which language will support that one to execute the logic on browser means JavaScript. So JavaScript became a sudden star, superstar, one day star. Is it clear? It's a very old language, JavaScript, but after so many years, is it clear? People has not recognized the talent of JavaScript. They concentrated more on server-side technologies like Java, .NET. They increased the frameworks, Java frameworks, .NET frameworks, etc. But now the current situation, this Java.NET is not supporting when the number of users are what increasing. It is not able to handling the request properly. So the solution is JavaScript. What is the beautiness of JavaScript? JavaScript code will execute on browser. Is it clear? But there are some complaints in JavaScript. Still, there are some complaints in JavaScript because JavaScript code is very lengthy, debugging is very difficult. Developer feel very difficult to work with JavaScript. Is it clear? Did you understand, everyone? So, what happened after so many years? Is it clear? So, will debugging is problem? We'll discuss. I will come to JavaScript back. One more problem I will tell with normal web application. If you develop any web application, if you develop any web application by using Java or .NET or PHP or Django, did you understand? That application will run only on browser. The target device to run that application is only browser. That application output will be on browser. Okay, again, but if you want to run this application mobiles, like different types of mobiles are there. Different types of mobile means mobile also consists of operating systems like Android is there. Similarly, like iOS is there. Okay, na? Similarly, like Windows operating system is there. So, if you want to make your application to run on multiple devices, again a separate application development is required. Is it clear? Separate developers are required. Android developers are required. iOS developers are required. Windows Xamarin Forms they will use to develop this mobile application. If you develop any web application either in Java or .NET or Python or PHP, these applications will not directly run on mobile. Again, if you want to make your application to run on multiple devices, again a separate development is required. This is the another problem. What is another problem? Separate development. Separate development is required to run the applications, the traditional web applications, to run the applications on mobiles or different devices. Mobiles are different devices. Separate application development is required to run the applications on mobiles and different devices. Button on the server, maximum code executing on server, less code executing on browser. Separate development is required to run the application on mobiles or different devices. Is it clear? Another problem is multi-page application. Another problem in traditional web application development is multi-page applications. Multi-page applications means what? Every time when the request is going to the server, the total page will be refreshed. Page refreshment is the major problem in normal web application development. Is it clear? Page refresh, I will show you one small project you see. This project is developed in .NET MVC. So I will show you what is the problem with this page refreshment. When you develop any application Java or .NET, the problem is page refreshment. Page loading will take more time. Means response time will be what? More. Is it clear? That is one more point I will tell. Point number 6. Response time is more. It will take more time to get the response in normal web application development. I am telling the problems in traditional web application development. What I am telling all of you? Problems. Problems in traditional web application development. Is it clear, everyone? Web application development. Problems in traditional web application development I will try to explain here. Did you understand, everyone? See how much time it is taking? Just I didn't execute it also. Problems in traditional web application development I am telling. What is the first problem? Button on the server. Because multiple users connecting to the server at a time, server cannot provide the responses fastly. Server also having some capacity. Server, for example, if the server can handle 1,000 requests at a time, but if 1 million requests are going to the server at a time, server cannot provide the services. Response time will increase. And if you develop the application, you can ask me, sir, I'm expert in Java. I'm expert in .NET. No use, because your Java code will execute on server. Your .NET code will execute on server. If you are expert in Java, total Java code you will write in, total application code you will write in Java or .NET. I'm not telling, not criticizing any technology, but I want to make you to know the importance of the current latest frameworks what companies are expecting. Did you understand, everyone? So less code execute on where? Browser. Separate development is required. Separate development is required to run the application in multiple devices like mobiles. Is it clear? If you want to make your application to run on multiple devices, again separate development is required. Another problem is multi-page application. See, I will show you. Multi-page application means every time the page refreshment will be done. Page loading will take more time. If you develop any web application, are you following, everyone? I'll give some time at the end to ask the doubts, to clarify your doubts. Don't worry. If you develop any web application, multiple users will communicate with that particular application at a time. That is fine. And every time when the request is going to the server, the total page will be loaded. See how much time it is taking. This is called page loading. How much time it will take to open that particular application. Is it clear? Either Java or .NET, anything. See here, you observe this region. Here you see this region. Now when I click on About Us, you observe this. This page is refreshing. So whenever the page is refreshing, again the image will load. Again the hyperlinks will load. Again the copyrights will load. Contact us. Page is refreshing. Login. Page is refreshing, you see. If I try to log in with my username admin, password admin, click on sign in. Again the page is loading. Admin will add the state details. Page will loading. Did you understand? So it will take more time to refresh the page. See how much time it is taking. It is loading because this is a server side application, web application only. The server side application by using ASP.NET. Even though if you develop Java, also same story. Now you can see, go back, back. These all are multi pages. This is multi page application. Coming to single page application, I will show you one small application that was developed in Angular. This is the Angular based application. Did you understand? See here, this is small. We are developing one small project actually. Now admin will log in with username and password. Admin password is admin. Click on sign in. See this portion. Sorry, small a, I think. Admin. Here you can see. Page is not refreshed. You see. Page is not refreshing. Click on home. Page is not refreshing. Click on bus list. Page is not refreshing. Header. The sidebar. These all are fixed. Nowadays Gmail also converted into Angular. Is it clear? This, see, Gmail nowadays page is not refreshing. You see. When I try to click on what? Any links, see this one. Page is not refreshing. Sent items. Only this portion is changing. This is single page application. Single page means total application output will be displayed on the single page. This is multi-page application. Did you understand? This is single page application. Total output will be displayed on a single page. Here you see. Did you understand, everyone? This project is developing. I'll give you project also along with the Angular. After completion of your course, we'll develop a real-time project so that you can keep in your resume. So maximum code executing on server, less code executing on browser. Separate development is required to run the application on mobiles or different devices. Multi-page applications. Response time is what? More. Response time is increased. Is it clear? So solution for all these problems. Solution for the above problems is Angular. Do you understand? Client side frameworks. So actually, I told you JavaScript is became a superstar. JavaScript expanded like anything within short span of time. So all companies are concentrating on what? JavaScript. Slowly, but developing is very difficult in JavaScript. Debugging is difficult. Identifying the errors is difficult. Modification is difficult. Controlling the code is very difficult when the number of lines of code is increasing. Testing is very difficult. So developers felt very difficult to work with JavaScript after so many years. Microsoft released what? jQuery. JavaScript is product of Netscape, old company. In olden days, your Netscape Navigator browser is there now. They only developed, I think, JavaScript. jQuery is financially supported by Microsoft. So jQuery is a library actually. JavaScript is a scripting language. jQuery is a library. Means as I told you, JavaScript code is very lengthy. Is it clear? Working with JavaScript is very difficult. So Microsoft has implemented what? On library, that is jQuery. JavaScript library. Is it clear? jQuery provides some ready-made functions. As a developer, you must know how to use the functions. So the number of lines of code is reduced. Library, you can just use it. You cannot develop end-to-end application by using what? Library. Just to use it if you want to perform any animations, validations, or effects. jQuery ready-made what are there? Functions are there. If you want to learn jQuery, you can just go to my YouTube and you can type jQuery by Kannababu. You can watch the videos also. Just kept some videos on jQuery. Here you can write jQuery by Kannababu. If you type, you can get. If you want to know more about jQuery, you can watch all these videos. Try to subscribe to my channel so that you can watch all the videos. Did you understand, everyone? So next after jQuery, what happened? AngularJS came. Google entered into the picture. Google released what? These all purpose is only one thing, to execute the code on browser. AngularJS is a client-side JavaScript framework. AngularJS is what? Client-side JavaScript framework provided by Google. Is it clear? AngularJS is a framework. Client-side JavaScript framework. Which one? Angular. Developed and is maintained, supported by Google. Is it clear? So AngularJS came. jQuery is a library. AngularJS is a framework. Sir, what is the difference between library and framework? Library we can just use. We cannot develop the total application by using library. Library consists of some ready-made predefined functions. Predefined coding is available. Predefined functions are there. As a developer, you must know how to use that functions at the time of developing the application. Only jQuery, you cannot develop anything. HTML designing is there now. For that, you can use some jQuery syntaxes, selectors to write some logics. It is a library. Did you understand, everyone? Later, Microsoft released one framework, that is AngularJS. But AngularJS is also a client-side JavaScript framework. AngularJS is application will not run on mobile. That is, some drawbacks are there. Later, Microsoft identified the problem because all web applications are converting into, all the companies are focusing more, all the companies are keeping pressure. Oh, Java developer, oh, .NET developer, try to reduce your server side code, increase your client side code. Maximum you must have the knowledge on JavaScript, improve your JavaScript skills along with your Java or .NET or Python skills. You improve your JavaScript skills also. But these developers are facing lot of problems to learn JavaScript, to update JavaScript, because JavaScript is very complicated. No intelligence, no auto generation, no debugging. A lot of problems are there. Then Microsoft realized Java developer is good in Java, .NET developer is good in C#, Python developer good in Python. But these all developers are poor in what? JavaScript. So Microsoft identified that these all developers are facing lot of problem to write the code in JavaScript. So why can't we release one language which looks like JavaScript and which will make everyone very easy and comfortable? So they released one language, that is TypeScript. So what is TypeScript? It's a programming language. TypeScript is a programming language. JavaScript is a scripting language. TypeScript was developed by Microsoft, product of Microsoft. Now people enjoyed learning TypeScript. They're feeling very difficult, very easy to learn TypeScript. Java developer, because TypeScript looks like Java, looks like C#, looks like Python. It will support OOPs, collections, all the design patterns, very strong language. JavaScript does not support OOPs, and it will not support classes, interfaces. It will support only objects. Is it clear? You cannot create inheritance, polymorphism. These OOPs, complete OOPs nature is not there in JavaScript. Then Microsoft released TypeScript, became very popular. So Microsoft is selling, developer, you write the program in TypeScript and save the program with .ts and compile the program with TSC, TypeScript compiler. Now when you compile the TypeScript program, it will convert into JavaScript file. Is it clear? Finally, TypeScript is nothing but JavaScript. TypeScript is a language. Did you understand, everyone? TypeScript is a language. TypeScript, you cannot develop any application, just to write the logics. That's it. Later, Google also realized, yes, Microsoft came with one solution, TypeScript. Why can't we take a multi-starrer movie? Multi-starrer movie means 500 crores budget, means it is not possible with single producer. 2 to 3 producers will join and they will release. So Google released what? Angular 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. So there is no relation between Angular JS and Angular. Many people will think both are same. No, this is different. This is different. So Angular was a product of Google. Angular is a framework. Angular is what? Framework. Which framework? TypeScript framework. Is it clear? Total application, program development, application, everything is different. Angular JS, Angular, no relation. It will support MVC, Angular JS, no MVC in Angular. It supports component-based architecture. Inbuilt dependency injection mechanism is there. Mobile support is there. If you develop any application in Angular, that application, if you, after developing the application, if you just give that application to Ionic framework, it will directly convert into .apk file, and you can keep that APK file in any Google Play Store or Windows Play Store, anywhere. So that is very easy. Minimum mobile users involvement is very less. Angular JS application, .NET Java applications will not run on mobiles, but Angular application will run on mobile. So it became very popular. Now the current trend in the market is, later again, now Facebook also released one more framework, that is React.js. React.js is the product of what? Facebook, and it is a library again, not a framework. Lot of client-side frameworks are, but React.js, you cannot develop the total application. Just for forms designing, we'll use React.js. Total application development, we'll use Angular. So who will use, who means Angular will use what? React. Is it clear? So now the current trend is what, 70% of applications must run in browser or mobiles, because Angular application can easily run in mobile. Is it clear? 70% of the code must run in browser, and just 30% of the code only must run in server. Means, sir, I'm a Java developer, sir. Java role is only 30%. Sir, I'm a .NET developer, sir. Only 30%. Remaining 70, Angular plus UI. UI plus Angular. Okay, na? So that is the reason nowadays there is a demand for which developers? Full stack developers. Companies are asking for which developers? Full stack Java developer. Full stack Java developer. Is it clear? When you are called as a full stack developer, are you following? If you have the knowledge on Java, means core Java plus advanced Java also not required. Just Spring. Spring Boot is enough. Plus REST APIs. Plus okay, na, UI technologies. Plus Angular. Plus one database is also required, like Oracle. Plus some design patterns. Then Angular. Then you are called as a full stack Java developer. Full stack .NET developer. Full stack .NET developer means you must have the knowledge on what? C#.NET. And no need of ASP.NET. Companies are not asking nowadays. And here you must have the knowledge on ASP.NET MVC. That is also not that much actually, but still I have written. And you must have the knowledge on ORM. There also Java also you must have the knowledge on ORM, means Hibernate. That is also required. Is it clear? Full stack developers plus REST APIs, Web API plus .NET Core. Nowadays they're asking plus Angular. If Angular is added only, then only it is called as full stack. Is it clear? Python, full stack Python developer. Full stack what? Python developer means your Python. Only Python, no use. Python with Django also no use. Django, Flask, but you add Angular. If you want to start your career as a full stack Python developer, add Angular to your technology skill set. Is it a full stack PHP developer? PHP with, is it clear? Angular. Without mean stack developer. Mean stack developer means what? Mean stack, full stack. Mean stack, M represents MongoDB. Is it clear? E represents Express.js. E represents what, all of you? Express.js. Okay, A represents what? Angular. N represents what? Node.js. Without Java.NET Python, if you directly develop the application, end-to-end application, database, business logic, presentation logic, everything, that is mean stack developer. But big applications can be developed by using full stack developers only. That is why there is a demand for full stack developers. Sir, I am expert in Spring Boot, I am expert in Spring, but learn Angular. If without Angular, there is no value for your Java. Without .NET, without Angular, there is no value for this. Web application development means complete front end is Angular. The beautiness of Angular is total Angular project will run on browser. That is the main beautiness. Did you understand, everyone? So I hope just I have given some clarity. Why to learn Angular? What is the role? If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. I will clarify. What is the main difference between AngularJS and Angular 10? No difference. Both are totally separate. Don't compare AngularJS with Angular 10. AngularJS is a JavaScript framework. Angular 10 is a TypeScript framework. AngularJS was developed by following MVC design pattern. No MVC in Angular. Is it clear? Nowadays means AngularJS is outdated and Google also stopped the support for AngularJS. Now Angular 10 is hot cake in the market. Angular 9 and 10. 8, 9, 10. Okay, na? Thank you a lot, sir. Everything is clear now. Thank you. What is the difference between Angular 8, 9, 10? Some new features will be added. Is it clear? Some enhancements will be there. That we'll see the later. Where we React project and where we use TypeScript. TypeScript is a language to write the logics. That's it. In olden days, presentation logic, business logic, database logic, everything is executing on where? Server. Okay, na? Today, maximum presentation, business logic, everything will execute on browser. In the next video, I will explain you about the syllabus and the role and all the other things. 2 to 10 is not required. If you learn the latest one, all the old versions also will be completed. Express.js is a framework to write the database related code. Node.js is a runtime environment. I'll give clarity in the next future videos. Thank you. For more videos, try to subscribe this channel.